the talk is being had here. Princess Malachi is present. Unless you banish her away.
Ronnie will kind of sit right next to Malachite. But he'll be facing the others.
Arthur looks at Ange and is like, Ange, do you mind introducing ourselves to our new friend here?
Yes, I suppose. And Ange turns towards the new person in front of them.
Arthur sticks his hand out and says, Carzer Thalen's the name, sorcery the game. Pleasure to meet you.
Ange looks at him and is like, Angel and beer. And stops.
Pleasure is...
And kind of approaches Arthur and asks, kind of whispers in his ear, where did you fish them?
Arthur tells him telepathically, okay, before you freak out, yes, I now have the ability of talking to people's heads. Secondly, he helped us in the defeat for Fiero, was his name?
Both.
His name is Carzer Collins. He is quite trustworthy and apparently a time traveler.
Just Carzer, I think.
Carzer Thalen.
Ronnie kind of gives an eyebrow.
Carzer.
Yeah, Ronnie's skeptical too.
Princess...
A time traveler. That's new.
Princess Malachi starts pestering Lunara. It's kind of like that mother vibe. Is like, do you have anything, everything that you need? Do you have like extra stuff just in case, or do you need anything? Do you need a drink?
Wait, who's pestering her?
Princess Malachite. She seems to almost be mothering you. Sort of unsure how to deal with your situation. Really?
Yeah. Me too, girl. Me too.
What does Lunara look like to us right now?
Let's see. Hold on. Let me pull it. I planned for once. Are you proud of me?
Yay. I'm always proud of everyone's decisions here.
What?
Breaking up a bit.
Are you though?
I'd say she's probably dropped a couple inches in height. Like 6'3". Now she's probably like closer to, I don't know, like 5'11", 6 foot-ish. Couple inches drop.
Still tall.
I had a picture, but it's being a pain in my butt. I guess she like mostly looks the same, just much younger.
You broke up, but I believe you said much younger.
Yeah. So like she mostly would look the same, but shorter, and it's very apparent younger.
And Princess Malachite is making it ever much so obvious. And then they occasionally just keep backing away, and then they keep coming back, then backing away. Every 4 minutes, almost. But yeah.
Lunara would probably turn to her and kind of snip a little bit, and just say something too effective. I don't need a mom. I haven't needed a mom in a while. You can back off.
Oh, I know.
How old are you now? How old are you now, Luna?
Oh, Lord. How old is she now?
Well, she's still the same age, but she looks significantly younger.
Yep, it's awkward. It's awkward for everyone.
Like red in the face. He's trying so hard not to burst out laughing right now.
Yeah. What about you? Did you
Oh,
keep
are
your
they
Fey
just
affliction?
like-
He's red in the face.
Are you hasted still?
Ronnie?
Yeah.
No, Ronnie's not hasted. He took one of his pills.
Oh, okay.
So all the status ailments he had were gone. He's down to 4 now.
Okay. You don't need him
Okay.
anymore.
Okay, so Inch finds the new Lunara cute.
Princess Malachite now doubles down on the conversation being had. Well, I think it'd be probably best if we at least maybe fix the ship so it works properly in space. I know we had the space people work on it, and while the airship capabilities are definitely rudimentary, it would be worth going to the space station outside of port to have them get a look at. I've been suggested. Eyes looking down a lot more often.
Arthur looks at Ronnie and he's like, I know you two are skeptical of why I told you to telepathically, but it's true. Just ask him.
And
Wow, Carzer's
is-
just staring at the sky. He is completely oblivious that anything's going on.
The ceiling has a beautiful depiction. It almost seems to be like I believe the Son of David painting.
Right?
Is that the one I'm thinking about? Like the finger is almost touching.
that's Michelangelo's.
There you go.
That's the
You have that, but it on the right side just happens to be a massive, muscular, almost a little homoerotic of a version of Adasaur, and the other one just seems to be like a thin, almost plain-looking lizard folk individual. They also, do got a little bit of muscles working too, but the loincloth is barely hiding anything. Regardless, it is faded, but as it was originally painted white, there is traces often spotted with those with the arcane eye. Make an Arcana check.
Ronnie notices Carzer look at it and just goes, "Somebody remind me to deface that later. It looks ridiculous."
Arthur kind
I
of
think it looks
interjects.
fine.
I think it helps our character here.
No, it doesn't.
I think
Okay.
I kind of want to, I don't know, draw crude things on it because it already looks stupid.
While it
What's
is to scale, so they had Adasaur standing there for a bit. You can recognize that there's certain subtle differences. The hand art, he seems to have matching hand sizes. He might have felt a little weird about depicting himself differently. There's the shape of like a book next to his hand, specifically as his grip is sort of hiding that bit away. That's a real book.
Ooh.
Ooh. Books.
Ladies and gents, look up there.
Ronnie just kind of looks at Carzer. I'd really rather not. It's pretty painful to look at.
No, my boy. A book way up there.
Lunara was already looking.
Sure. Does Ronnie see the book that Carzer's talking about?
Yeah, being pointed out, you see a depiction of a book of some sort. Looks like a wizard's book.
Does it look like it's 3-dimensional? Like it's literally a book glued to the ceiling or something?
Make a perception check.
Let's see. Perception. Meh.
Looks like it might be something there, maybe a hidden message. Doesn't look like a book though, really.
Hmm. Is there anything in the room that Ronnie could like? I don't know. I mean, there is a table like in the middle of the room. Could Ronnie stand on the table to get to the ceiling, or is it too high? Like I would have to like scale it or climb up or use like a rope or something.
You go ahead, Arthur.
Arthur just takes the MTC and hit and just sits right next to Angie and whispers in her ear, "Believe me when I tell you, he is a time traveler. When I ask his opinion on Azor, he has coup. And you and I both know that Azor is not forgotten memory these days."
So Ronnie, hold on before you answer that. Ronnie, you could get on a chair on the table if you wish.
All right, sure. Yeah, I'll do a funky like Cat in the Hat style balancing act. Why not?
Mm-hmm. Make
you see Ronnie take a chair.
Make an acrobatics check.
Table. All right.
Go ahead, Anne.
We have a flying and use that.
29.
Okay. And you were saying?
And just kind of whispering in Arthur's ear. I make believe though, but even he is a time traveler, how did he end up over here? From all of the places.
Arthur says, whispering in his ear, "Why not ask the man yourself?"
You guys are whispering, not telepathically?
He's whispering it.
Whispering.
Okay. Ronnie, you are able. Ronnie, you are able to grab at the book with a bit of a hop from where you're at. You realize that the ceiling has a bit of an effect. Almost, how would I say? It's not an illusion. It's literally a warped ceiling that is meant to act as it isn't. Yet, as you must reach further than where you can stand, you must hop towards the book to grab it. But you do see now that as you're standing there, it is definitely a book capable to be grabbed easily enough. It's sort of tucked in there. Half the painting is not a book. The rest of it is. Just
yeah, Ronnie will get it out of there.
Yeah. So you hop and like try to snatch it.
Oh yeah.
Sure. The explosion is quick and fast.
Oh no.
As you're hit with a fireball. Just you, Ronnie.
Okay.
I guess I'll roll some dice.
Yeah, he's gonna definitely do an evasion for whatever that is.
Yeah, of course. It is a dex save, so luckily enough. This is a bit high. I have 22, 27, 28.
Oh man, that's bad. That's a nat 1 on that dex save.
28 damage, which you can evasion to be 14 fire damage. That's
okay.
Already
but I did roll a nat 1.
Yeah. I mean, you got lucky or something?
I don't think I have the lucky feat, although that was a feat I was considering grabbing.
No. Don't grab no feats right now. I'm telling you, don't do it. Don't do it for me. Just for me. Wait till next wait for next time is what I mean to say. If I can get my words together.
Okay.
You take 14 damage if you use evasion, which is free as a reaction. We're not in a daunting situation.
I'll take the evasion. I'll take the 14 damage.
This reminds Princess Malachite and the huge threat of the ever-growing rat monstrosities with eyes are also a problem because of Addisor contingencies. We will probably have to placate the Rat King eventually. He is very upset about that. And then she also brings up paperwork about the payment for the people. As she will say, also we're all very stupid. We should never have used any of these scrolls. It turns out that each one of them are worth a gold mine.
Really?
She nods. Yes, with the correct dealer and a bit of subterfuge, yes, these could be worth a lot of gold, depending. Look at them. And she sort of just points out to the celestial written script that's on these things, and she says, "You can read them, I believe, simply because you aided the individual who gave it to you. I understand Celestial myself, so I didn't think much on it, but upon extra inspection, yes, these aren't affected by Adasaur's curse." Carzer, do you know what Adasaur's curse is?
I don't think so.
So everyone in this world, even yourself, has been affected by a curse a while ago. It was the how would I say, the harbinger of Adasaur. Essentially, he sends out individuals that have been cursed by whatever he's doing, and they need only speak around individuals who can understand a language, and thus it only takes moments for them to now understand all language, not be able to repurpose them, but this way every language you hear, if it's Elvish or Orcish, you understand what they're speaking towards you with the language you prefer.
Okay. Gotcha.
Same thing for written, and this has been so for about 1,300 years. But it turns out these scrolls are not affected by this, which is a rarity. She also says we're 10,000 gold in debt.
Well, in that case, Arthur breeds his remains spell scrolls and puts them on the table.
I mean, we should still hold on to some, maybe, because if we might want to use them until we get other scrolls or another way to communicate. I'm hearing this. There's a newfangled device that was starting to pick up some traction in Aeon before I came over, but the
we use them in
flux
Aeon
light-
all the time.
Yeah, the flux light device. If we could procure some, that'd be great. Other than that, and then just like that, you guys hear like 5 massive thumps, like boom, 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 all right after the other. It's a shaking in the ship. Doesn't sound like it was an attack. Something landing for sure on the ship. But yeah.
Arthur just says, shit. In Draconic.
And everyone understands it with the language that they prefer. Because he's cursed.
Arthur, I've never heard you swear before. What have you done with Arthur?
Arthur looks at Ronny and says, well, I've been Fancy Pants Arthur ever since you met me. You're just finally seeing me about it.
Exactly my point. What have you done with Fancy Pants Arthur?
He's currently on Bender. Bender and Ellie.
Well, hello, new Arthur. Carzer, I believe you wanted this. And Ronny will kind of slide the book, the sealing book, down the table to him.
Ah, yes. Thank you, good sir. Carzer inspects it.
Arthur,
Ronny kind of like... Wipes the
As
soot off his shoulder.
as this book is being handed over to Carzer, you hear next to your ear, "Wish that book into oblivion, or you will all die."
Did the voice sound like Adasor's voice?
It is definitely Adasor's voice, but only Arthur hears it.
Gotcha.
Carzer, you are handed this book. It seems to be purple in all color besides the gold filigree surrounding the edges of it. The spine is almost completely gone. All you see is pages barely clinging onto each other. You don't know how it does. You open it and it starts just flipping by itself towards the center very slowly, almost as if it knows where to go. It eventually lands to a page that's bookmarked with just as intricate little stick. It might be a wand. It might just be a bookmark itself. You do what you wish with it. And upon the pages that it rests on, there's a sigil. It seems to be almost like an Anubis shape. There are a lot of spiky parts to it, like an eyelash or sun motif, but it just spins like cracked origami, and the very center just sort of funnels into itself, kind of like the drain in a sink as you watch it go down, and it just goes from the center out, and it's spreading, it's going larger, almost filling the entire page. What do you do?
I'm gonna look at what that page says and investigate if
It's-
I recognize anything.
Yeah, it says nothing. It just has that weird eye effigy, that image, and the center of the page seems to have its own dimensions. You could fit your hand through it if you wish, and through the book you would go. And it seems to just be growing.
Arthur tries showing the book.
The book does not wish to close. It stays open. You grab it and it just stays there open. Carzer is barely grabbing at it at this moment.
Okay, Arthur pushes Carzer.
Do the rest of us see anything, or like do
All
we
of you
observe
see
what's
this.
going on with it too?
All of
Them.
you see the book acting very odd.
Arthur's gonna say, "All right, anybody going with me?" As he puts his hand through the book.
Arthur kind of like brings his hand, kind of like grabs his hand and says, "My friend, I would join you, but do you really want to jump into a book where you just open?"
That thing's an Adasor trap.
Lunara will stand up and say, "I'll go."
Ange looks at them and takes their hand, tries to vibe check it.
What are you doing, Ang?
Taking the divine sense on the book to see if it can pick anything.
It's not a creature. But let's see what Divine Says does. Pop it up for us.
Yeah, Ronnie's not about to jump into a book that's like that.
So what are we doing?
Does anybody
Arthur,
stop him?
Carzer, what are you doing?
I'm asking the party, is anybody going to try to stop me from doing that?
Arthur has.
Arthur is.
Okay.
I think
Where's your sense of adventure?
I. Arthur just says, I do have a sense of adventure, but I also value my life. Thank you.
yeah, that's kind of where Roddy's going with it. He doesn't want to go into a book, especially one that he doesn't know a thing about.
Lunara will 100% go if Carzer wants to go.
Arthur kind of like does a.
He's down.
Fine. I'll go.
Magical
Ronnie will just
staircase
kind of
opening up for all of you to climb into. The book pages slowly creeping to the edges.
Ronnie will just
Okay,
kind of
yes. As Rory
I
said,
think I'll just hold down the fort here with Malachite if it's all the same.
if
Arthur,
Ronnie is gonna try to
Arthur,
enter the staircases, Angel will push him for the
Yes.
Arthur, and only Arthur hears. If they go in there, say your goodbyes.
Oh, no. Okay, firstly, before I explain why, I first must explain the voice that has been appearing.
You've been hearing voices?
Arthur,
Yes,
as you
Arthur.
say that, you hear the voice of Adasor yelling at you now. Tell me to wish it closed, or we all are gone.
Arthur kind of like grabs the lamp and says, I wish for the book to bloody close, please.
And the book does, and as it closes, it becomes smaller and almost infinitely impossible to see as it disappears. The gasping of Adasor, this ghostly visage of him, at least to you, Arthur, is the look of almost concern. They were worried for their own life and limb, however that would be affected. And seemingly the rest of your allies
kind of like
have
saying,
no idea of. Go ahead.
Arthur kind of like sits down, brings the lamp out, and is like, so when I picked up this lamp, some Adasor apparition came to me and told me that he now gives me free wishes, apparently.
We really need to get all this dinosaur crap.
I know, right? I thought we, as soon as we kill them, they all disappear. But no, apparently.
Apparently one of them lives in your head now.
To be more accurate, Arthur kind of like brings the lamp in this lamp, to be more accurate.
Bjorn, you are taking a sleep, a long rest.
I just come back from a call.
That's fine. You have had a long rest and were sleeping in one of these rooms. I don't know which one. But you are up now, and it seems that all your compatriots are having a bit of a discussion around a book that disappears in front of your sight. As Arthur says, yeah, I've been talking to a guy from this lamp. Do you say it's Adasor, Arthur?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, I said.
It's Adasor.
Okay, so Arthur's been talking in my
Apparently.
head.
Oh,
Really?
nice.
Yeah. Arthur kind of like says while doing the Dragonborn equivalent of face palming himself.
Yeah, that's called snout booping.
Sorry. Yeah, he does that for saying, I never should have picked up that blasted lamp.
Never pick up the ornamental lamp after the big boss fight.
Way to be a killjoy, Arthur.
Adasaur
Yes.
says to you, I can make them forget this ever happened, if you wish it. Anyways.
Arthur, what was that crazy book anyway? Was it some type of arcane weapon?
Arthur, if you're speaking, you're muted. I don't know if he's there, though.
Can anybody hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
What are the rest of you doing? Seeing Arthur a little boggled.
Lunara looks probably slightly annoyed because she was all ready to go on this adventure wherever it was going. So she's a little annoyed that it is not happening.
You don't want to go there.
Am I the only one relieved that we're not all inside of some crazy book world right now?
You wouldn't be in the book. Princess Malachite is sort of having looked at this, she was a bit more of a spectator. Having seen the issue resolved, she starts going through a bunch of pages, and then she does pull what seems to be a very old transcript of a sort. It has a picture of what sort of looks like the book, and she's like, is this it?
Oh, sorry. Computer said crap on me.
Whoops.
So
You're
what was
back.
that again?
You're back. And Adasaur offered if you want to erase everyone's memories from this.
Arthur just ignore him and then says, so currently now I have 2 wishes left out of this lamp, apparently. And this thing was telling us to say goodbye as the book was open, apparently.
What happens after you use all 3 wishes? Does Adasaur come back again?
I don't know, and I don't intend to find out.
I have to disclose this information to my bearer. You must be aware of it 100%. If not, the deal is null and void. I have 2 wishes more for you to make, 3 for every individual that rests their hands upon this. And he points to the lamp. 999 total for me to accomplish the last one for me to be free. Although by then I would have no power to claim anything.
Arthur kind of like says, well, I wish for 3 wishes for all my for all who touches this lamp.
Okay. If I had the power to grant more wishes upon wishes, I would have kept something for when it's all done. Do you not think? But
Sorry?
if you pass me to 333 of your friends, they will get exactly what you want. Well, 32, really. As Arthur's sort of looking in the air, talking about, like, I want wishes for everybody. Oh. Okay. What do you guys do?
This is exactly why I don't trust magic. Ronnie says, shaking his head.
Hey, I don't like magic entirely either, but it gets useful at some points.
Yeah.
Magic is the best.
Yeah, until it backfires on you and you start talking into the air like a loon.
How about we don't go making wishes from the person who might try to kill us if they get to come back.
Arthur kind of
Why
like
are the
explains
best ideas?
what
Why are the best ideas coming from someone who looks right now like a child?
Arthur kind
Yeah.
of like looks at the group and explains what Azor explained to him. What would happen if he completes all 3 wishes?
It would just be available for another person to grab. So all those wishes are granted.
Can't we just burn the book
Book is gone.
and the lamp and the lamp?
Why don't we jettison the book out of a cannon out into the middle of the cosmos somewhere so nobody gets to it?
There's no book.
Ooh, that's a good one.
The book's gone.
Or
Yeah.
the
Yeah, the G
lamp.
destroyed it.
The lamp.
Why don't we just destroy the lamp? I mean, we
is
could
it
blow it
possible
up.
to destroy it?
Why destroy the lamp entirely?
Won't know till you try. And she's gonna kind of start sparking fire in her hands.
Arthur kind of like grabs the lamp and starts putting it in his pocket before saying, "Hey, Hey, this could be useful for us."
I can make them forget. No one should know till it's theirs. I promise you, that's the only recourse.
Arthur
I think at this
ignores
point-
him before saying,
Go ahead, Arthur.
he only gives me suggestions. He doesn't give me an actual order.
Anything that deals with Adasor is not a blessing, it's a curse. I say get rid of it or destroy it, because I don't trust it.
He
And
says
I won't
to you in
mess with it.
an uncommon tongue to yours, and yet you understand him perfectly fine. All of these hypocrites, from this Court of Horns killer to this illusionary mage. Look at them all. They don't know what they want. You can tell them the right way to go. You can tell them what to do. Simply wish it.
Can Arthur roll wisdom save to have him shut up in his head?
No, you may act as you want. You could ignore Adasor. You could follow through with what he's asking. You could ask him for suggestions mentally, if you wish.
Arthur just told Azor mentally, if I was looking for your suggestions, I'll ask for it. Okay?
There is silence.
Good. He said psychically, mentally.
And can you sense anything weird coming off of that lamp with your divine-y
Get
type
this
abilities?
point
Is that thing like, undead or haunted or something? Because if it's something that's undead, you could probably smite the living holiness out of it.
Arthur kind of like says, we're not destroying the lamp. Who knows, maybe destroying it actually releases it. Ever thought of that?
I mean, I don't know. I didn't really think of it that
I'm
way.
for destroying it.
Arthur looks at Bjorn and is like, well, Bjorn, what do you think?
red hands on like the top, in between the blades, and look at Arthur and go, I agree with the science.
I think his mic broke.
Oh no. That's not good.
Technical difficulties.
Lunara's gonna pout and go find some alcohol.
There is
There's
Arthur
gotta be
kinda like
some somewhere.
there is the what was a bar here, like kind of situation, like running along the entire wall. But as of you can tell, like it was set up fine. There's an air of stillness with Princess Malachite as you walk over to the bottles that you know would have been there. And you could kind of intuit that
Ronnie's
she
gonna
had them removed as of recently.
Can y'all hear me now?
She'll whisper to Kresh to go find some alcohol, and she'll share with him.
Oh yeah, Crash is gonna go. Go invisible. It's gonna get out of here.
Can you hear me?
Pretty
Look
everywhere
at the
right now.
lamp before saying.
Ronnie, you were saying something? I'm sorry.
Yeah, Ronnie cracks a joke at Lunara. I'm sorry, miss, but you appear to be under the age for alcohol consumption.
I'll shoot him a look and say, "I'll remind you, I'm still older than you."
Arthur kind of pops in, probably triple times your age.
Yes, but humans, I mean, yeah, we're short-lived, but you know, I'm considered an adult.
There's a
Well-
message that Ronnie gets. It's from Bison, Hat Gunner, saying, "Hey boss, we have Lito Urdum here. He has a bit of company. Might be worth checking out on what he wants. He wants to come in, and he'd rather have kept it very subtle, and so he wants to be here in the Gunner suite, I guess. But do you want me to send him down anyways? I mean, I know there's not enough space for all of you and all of them."
Ronnie will back. Lito's always welcome on board the Savior. Yeah, we're kind of in the middle of a meeting at the moment, but I have no mind. I don't mind if he comes over, or we can meet him in the Gunner area. Either way, tell him we're open.
He would have to burn another spell scroll to respond. So he says to them something, and you will find out what that is eventually.
Arthur just
Ron,
pockets the lamp.
Lito's wanting to talk to us about something kind of urgent, it seems. I think he showed up here personally.
Okay, Arthur says while pocketing the lamp. We'll discuss about this later.
Bjorn's
Yeah.
pouring a fucking drink.
So, guys, do you care if we go back to Ayan so I can go home? I've kind of got a family matter, and there is a work opportunity there.
Does Arthur have family in Ale?
Ain, no.
Or at least his...
I mean, like sometimes your family goes there, but it's rare occasions. That's a whole different solar system they'd have to travel to.
Okay. Arthur just says, well, have nothing better to do. I mean, besides whatever Leto wants.
There's a little bit of a thing with that, though. So remember how I told you guys I have kind of a bounty on my head?
Let me guess. It's on that planet.
Well, the one that put the bounty out for me, that's kind of his stomping grounds. So there's a possibility that if he's out searching for me, it could be around Ayan still. Or he could pass back through at some point. I'm not really sure. So I may be using an alias while we're there, and maybe ixnay on the whole pirate gig, if it can be helped. Didn't exactly...
Walk up behind Ronnie and place a hand on his shoulder and say, any trouble that comes your way meets my axe. And he's going to hand Ronny that pirate ring that he bought.
Oh,
Ronnie kind of like he takes
fuck
it, grins at
you.
Bjorn.
Good play, Jeff. I
Okay.
like it.
And Bjorn's gonna look at him and go, "Nobody will hurt my family." And he's gonna kind of squeeze his shoulder and go, "Especially you, little brother."
I think that Ronnie kind of like his eyes kind of go a little bit big for a minute, and I don't think anybody ever really sees Ronnie soften up, but Ronnie will kind of like it kind of like for the moment there, like Ronnie doesn't really know what to say, but he kind of like shakes his head for a second, kind of like fist bumps Bjorn back in the shoulder, and just kind of like just says thanks. Like he doesn't. It's weird. Like Ronnie almost looks flustered.
Versus Malachite does get up
Hello,
and
sir.
start heading out.
Humans are interesting. To be thinking that those two were beating each other, trying even almost beating each other to blood a few weeks ago.
Ronnie kind of like laughs a little bit. We're a bunch that lives fast, you know? It's just how it goes.
Arthur says draconic humans.
Angel responds in Elvish, humans.
Crash returns with a bottle that's invisible. Humans. And he doesn't hand
We'll say
you
back
the
to
bottle.
Crash telepathically.
He doesn't hand you the bottle, Lunara. You can see that he grabbed a bottle that's long enough for like his entire body to like latch on as he's sort of grabbing it, and he's like laying on it, knowing that as long as he's got a grip on it, it is invisible.
So she'll just grab him and the bottle
Mm-hmm.
and start drinking out of it.
Yep. Princess Malachi stepped away. I can't make an insight check, so okay.
Nailed it.
Bjorn will
yeah.
walk by Lunara and just kind of hand her that thing that he bought and like cup it in her hand and then just kind of follow everybody else to wherever they're going.
In a nice little black case. Seems to be a ring inside of it. Little diamonds.
Arthur,
It does have the mark of scented with roses. But as that all is sort of occurring at once, there is a tunk 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 at the door.
Arthur frantically opens it before, after realizing it's little Udam, he gives a bow.
Yeah. Princess Malachi walks past and Little Udam as she's invited him in. Looks to you, Arthur. We have much to discuss. Is everyone gathered?
Arthur gestures to the table and says, "Everyone should be there."
Okay. Little Udam sort of.
What's the word on the street?
The street's funny. In Imali, there's nothing but revelry. There will be a party ongoing for, I don't know, a couple hours from what I can recognize. I'm not sure at the time. at the moment, but I seem to have a much bigger issue occurring. I'm not sure if you're aware of the nexus point that Ayala is. It's the bridging place. It is interconnected to many locales, thus sort of binding a lot of the, I would say, universe, but it could be larger than that. It could be even smaller. I'm not sure of the scale. It could simply just be this solar system from what we've determined. It is ambiguous at best. Despite that, there is no more protections that Ayala can offer it. There's no laws in place as of currently, but one of them is starting to rise. Seems that there's nothing we can do about that until the pillars are destroyed or whatever needs to happen to them happens. There are many threats in Imali, but that's not why I'm here. I'm here to ask whoever was in charge of the attack against Ash Phoenix's fleet. It seems you've had much more luck than any of me or the individuals involved in the hunt have had. And it seems that they are very interested in acquiring your services.
Leto, I've been trying to convince the others about taking me homeward bound. Back to Aeon.
In Aeon, there are many options for you to pursue. Of course, if you feel that that's your current path, feel free. I have many options as well, and many people that could help you with your traversal there. But I think it would be at least worth hearing what these dragons have to say.
Arthur looks at Ronny for telepathically telling him, I would recommend you listen to them. Usually are very lucrative when they want something.
All right, we'll listen to him, Arthur, but I've kind of...
Arthur kind of like starts pointing to his temple.
Yeah, Ronnie will kind of think in his head out loud. My family's on a bit of a deadline. Kind of a long-standing emergency that could end badly for them if I don't return.
All right. Arthur said telepathically, we'll do it the second this is done.
I appreciate that, friend.
Arthur says, no sweat.
Well, Leto, I guess it wouldn't hurt to hear what the dragons have to say, especially if there's coin involved. Could always use more of that.
No problem. I'll get them. They're waiting outside. Either of them goes outside, and he comes back with this individual. Sort of actually takes a step back, lets him approach before him. Systematic, go away for a minute. And as they sort of approach you, this humanly figure, there's a tail behind them, very indicative of a tiefling. In fact, there are horns adorned on them that pull back with the hair almost mixed in with it. It's hard to tell whether one is more prominent or the other because their hair is ratted and matted. They look to be almost sickly. There is a lack of color in their eyes. It's just like milky white all across, and they sort of just approach saying, hello, I am Morgana, a knight of the hunt. If you've never heard of the hunt, it is a practice that many draconic brethren and the sort are part of. We seek out the largest of threats, and as of recently, we've had our hands full thanks to the Ash Phoenix Lord. This entity is a bit of how do you say, not real, cybernetic, they're constructed into existence, and their existence is that to take. And they've had the unfortunate circumstance to land in port, though, a perfect place for the dragon hunt to have their hand in, to be honest, as we have much influence here. The issue? We do not have many airships to aid us. Any other planet in the Alliance would have aided us in this regard. But as Imali and Port overall has been free of the need for airships, there are not many to help. I ask the bearers of one of the only airships in this realm to help us out. The United Dragon Council would be in your good graces if you did so.
Arthur kind of like raises his hand and saying, "All in favor for helping her?"
She interrupts and says, "I will step away while you have this delicate decision making." She sits all the way over here. Liturden then says, "Would you like me to step away as well?"
Nah.
Kind of looks at Leto. How much does this job offer pay again?
They have not been upfront with a specific amount to be made from this job. There's no current contract to pick up. This is simply the circumstance as Port has opened itself up to cosmic threats the very same night the dragon hunter, the dragon hunt pursued the Phoenix Lord and forced him to teleport himself away. It just happened to be here. An unfortunate circumstance. At least for me and the folk of this planet. This does not have to be your concern.
Well, I'm open to suggestions, guys. I mean, I'd like to go home pretty quick-like, but I guess one more pit stop along the way won't hurt anything.
Bjorn will say, any blood on my axe is always a good day.
I'll say...
Arthur kind of like brings his hand up and says, "Well, you guys know my vote."
I'll say
mine, says Carzer.
I'll say that if you guys take this mission to join the dragon hunt, you will gain a very viable, a very prominent ally for space traveling. But defeating the Phoenix Lord, as they will net you 2 levels, it will not be an easy circumstance. It will not be easily accomplished.
Will it take months?
I don't know. Depends how you guys do what you do. If you guys aren't fully equipped, 3 attunements right now, and at least one of them being something that offers damage threshold, then, I mean, you could count yourself out of the campaign and just pull out your next character, I guess.
Yeah, Ronny looking over his current items right now. I only have one maybe 2 items that would take attunement. I have the armor. It's the Ember's Folly armor. And then I have, unless I can't remember, but I believe I still have the piece of the trident, the whip, because I never officially gave that back to Leto. But with Leto here, Ronnie will probably ask him if he wants that back,
The whip.
since it's kind of something from their world.
Yeah, the whip doesn't exist anymore. It was turned into a wrath of water, roiling water. I don't know. Oceanic retribution. There you go. Which is now.
Add off my item list then.
It is in Lunara's hands. Or not in her
Gotcha.
hands, but she took it. So yeah, getting weapons would be good.
Yeah.
Because you got clearly disarmed.
Well, Ronnie has that ring that Bjorn just gave him too.
I have.
Send him.
I'm not sure what the ring does yet. Kevin, Lunara gave me the Forgotten King's Blade, which is a +1 katana-esque sword.
That's a
It
long
does
sword.
not say it requires attunement. It's a long.
It might require attunement.
It might. Okay.
Depending what it says. I don't know.
Forgotten King's Blade. It's 1d8 force, 1d6 radiant, gain 1 reaction which you could utilize immediately. You regain only 1 reaction at the start of your turn. The short sword of a fallen age, the blade is slightly longer, curved, and a hilt with little to no weight. This katana glows with a bright white thin line just off of the blade. Finesse, light, versatile, 1d10. But it doesn't say anything about attunement, at least in the notes that I took about it. So
Oh wait.
that's the only other blade I have.
Okay, so the brass claws, Bjorn. I don't know why we're messaging. But the weapon you have, Arthur, would be attunement. I will say. I didn't have it, and I didn't even put longsword on it, but.
You mean Ronnie?
No, it's a short sword. It acts as a short sword, but it is attunement.
The Forgotten King's Blade does require attunement.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's a short sword that you could
I'll put it.
two-hand. Very good. Very well. Excellently. Whatever. Anyways, so what are you guys
before
gonna do?
everything goes down, Arthur passes Carzer the Deliverance of Fate gun.
Oh,
Tell
shit.
him.
Ay. Send it to him.
I just sent you the thing for the ring that you have.
Arthur, send
All right.
Carzer his. Do you guys have ammunition between y'all? Do you guys
Nope.
need ammunition? I'm assuming. So, are we taking this
I mean,
job? And are we going to get supplies? Because I'm assuming that's where we're going. Because if you're handing out weapons, you might need ammunition.
Ronnie does have a few on his person. How long did the dragon say that this would take, this hunt? Did they give us what?
Yeah. That hunt could take a long time or a short time, depending what resources the Phoenix Lord has versus what and how skillfully you guys do with what you use.
So in other words, this could be a thing that's like a big thing, or it could be not so tough. But with you saying that we need all this equipment in order to complete this, tells me this is probably kind of tough.
Oh no,
Ronnie kind of
everything
like
past
looks.
this is kind of tough. Any fight you guys walk into at this point will be some presumably stupid fight in which one of you will cry to me later after in the game. Why'd you kill my character? Or something. I don't know.
They'll all be knockdown dragon.
Yeah.
I think at this point, Bjorn would look at Ronnie and say, if we take this, then you and I need to go to the weapon shop. I think there's a sword there that you would really like.
Yeah, and I have a couple extra guns that I've collected since I've been journeying with you guys. It'd be kind of nice if I could either exchange them for something with a little bit more oomph, or, get something upgraded. I don't know if there's a decent gunsmith on this planet, but something like that would be pretty great.
Arthur kind of looks at Bjorn and says, "Didn't we pass one earlier today?"
We did, didn't we?
Yes, while you were shopping for some endless beer cans.
Yep.
Yeah, which I still never found a fucking place to get it.
Well, that and you were shopping for
Jewelry.
So what I'm hearing is that all of you go back to the armor, to the arm to the teeth shop.
There's a shop called Arm to the Teeth? That sounds like Ronnie's type of place.
It's literally right in front of Lady Azaela Tower.
Yeah, that's where I got the side from.
It's impossible to miss. How'd you miss it?
Oh,
there was a huge party. Forget it. Actually, this is a lot of stuff going on. Anyways, this lady,
party.
That lady will ask if you guys would help her. If not, she will still pick the ears of the individuals who did stop a part of the fleet.
Arthur can look at Bjorn's pick the ears.
Yeah, they're just gonna ask you questions.
Arthur looks at Bjorn's like, well, even if we aren't gonna refuse the job, we might as well answer this lady's questions, don't you think, Bjorn?
I don't give a shit as long as blood ends up on my axe.
Arthur kind of says, how about alcohol in your gullets?
Bjorn will just kind of lean back and tap the cast. Like, got it.
Arthur then drags Bjorn over here and is like, ma'am, does he know her title at all?
I would say that this needs to be a group decision if we do this or not. And that's above table. Because, I'm all for it. I mean, I'm kind of the tank of the group. I'm all for getting into fights. But it is important that everybody's on board and willing to get into these fights.
Yeah, above table, Ronnie doesn't mind doing a side quest. It's just Ronnie's got things going on, so as long as we can hit Anne at some point, at least a short visit to Anne, that's all that really is on Ronnie's mind at the moment. But
this ain't no side quest.
I guess
you guys will probably go to a different planet and come back, and it's still probably going to be a problem somewhere. Maybe not here, but somewhere.
Gotcha. So this is definitely not like side quest type material. This is like full blown. We're investing into something.
This is a huge fight. I don't know. Bjorn, Arthur, tell them what y'all went through.
That shit was fucking rough.
I believe you already understood that, Bjorn.
There
Now,
were
we shall
3
explain.
different vessels that were aiding the pair of them, thus distracting a lot of the fleet. This apparently was but a slice of the pie of what the Phoenix Lord can offer. And although they were successful, I'm sure they were really hurt. Now, it was just the 2 of them. It could be that maybe numbers balance it out. But if you guys want to be more specific, it would behoove you.
Arthur describes the piece of the ship that can be destroyed. That Bjorn hit. Honestly, I completely forgot the description of the thing.
Ronnie will turn to the dragon lady. Is this the type of mission that we could put a pin in and, maybe take care of a few things off planet and come back and help? Or is this kind of like you've got a timetable kind of thing and it needs to get finished like today?
They smile to you when you say today, but shaking their head, they sort of respond. Be it we take out the Phoenix Lord, the Ash Lord, or not by evening or morning break, matters not. This could be a month away, accomplished. The real problem is when cosmic threats, as what we call them, when they reach the public, it is hard to suppress. Currently, from what my allies and the resident dragon of this realm have accomplished, we have set them away from the public, mostly. The issue is they keep trying to divert into better positions, and our best threat against this individual is to effectively mute yourself, Ronny, because I'm not sure what's happened. But as the rest of the dragons hunt it will take time. We must hit the correct points in order, and somehow you've brought down a ship almost within moments of coming across it. Skilled individuals that you are, the 2 that you say were involved.
Kevin, above table, how long would it take the group to fly to Aeon and then come back?
Depending
if it were to
depending the way you get there, and what exactly you do to upgrade your ship, because you can't just jump away now. You'd have to probably go to the space station, get it retrofitted for proper space travel, or else you're going to be crushed in the middle of space for no reason. And as the proper testing is done as you border space, is usually like you show up separate to your ship, and then your ship is there ready, especially for new ships. That could take some time, but once you've collected all the equipment you need, with this ship, the Savior, maybe a couple weeks. Aeon's not far. Spiral's a little farther. Other planets a couple days away, depending how close they are.
This could take time and money to do. It wouldn't just be like snap your fingers and zap off into somewhere.
I mean, we will snap our fingers and snap and end up there, but that's if you guys decide to not go with the Phoenix Lord thing, which again, could still be lingering later.
So let's talk about this above table real fast with everybody. Who all thinks we should do the Phoenix thing now?
I would
And
say
then
go
you
ahead
would,
and do it since we're here.
I say we go for what's Ronnie's personal quest, because that there sounds like a less of a urgent than this. You obviously have it under control.
what do you think, Lunara?
I mean, it could be good to go, but I mean, I'm good kind of with whatever direction we want to take at this point.
Because my thought is if we do this Phoenix thing, like like Kevin was saying, this could be, this could be a PPK for players. Whereas if we do the Ronnie thing, we kind of, gather up some stronger weapons and attunements.
Maybe we get a tavern if we're lucky. Make our own tavern here.
Then we could always come back, help with it, and then not get, one-shotted.
Yeah, that's a very good point that Bjorn's making, because we could level up, maybe get another opportunity for other stuff. I'm not saying that going to Ein wouldn't be without its dangers. I mean, Ronnie's got baggage. We'll just say that. But it just sounds like, either way things are risky, or they're going to start getting more risky with the game. But yeah, I mean, Ronnie's got stuff that he can do and take care of.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm good with whatever.
You guys can also teleport with Emperor Illum's suggestion, as he did talk to Arthur and Bjorn.
I was about to say, we could always ask the Emperor to teleport us to
Anywhere associated with the
Aeon.
Alliance that has a portal, you could get there, or if it's only accessible by ship, it'll give you that option too.
Yeah, I think he said that Aeon was part of the...
Aeon is part of the Alliance and does have a portal. They'd get there
We
immediately.
could always teleport there. And
We
then
could teleport back.
and teleport back.
That sounds perfect.
Yep. Do it.
If I don't want to be the only one that, is throwing, trying to decide stuff. That's why I wanted to bring it as a group decision instead of just like, oh, hey, this is what we should do.
No, I appreciate that. That's awesome. I didn't even realize there was a teleporter. That must have been something else I missed.
Yeah, we met that Emperor fella. Oh, by the way, there was the Emperor fella that was trying to buy Bjorn off an auction. So...
That's that.
Yeah. Bjorn still holds a grudge for that one.
Do you hold a grudge enough to not take the portal?
No, knowing that it'll help out the team, Bjorn will kind of let bygones be bygones at this point.
Okay. So then at the very minimum, the lady would try to chat you and Arthur up, at least for some tactics, kind of get the gist of what you did when you were fighting the threat. They did get in close proximity with the one of your ships, and they detailed that one of their allies did, at least. And they'd probably figure out what you did and stuff. It wouldn't be more than a 5-minute conversation. That doesn't have to happen. But are you guys planning on doing something specifically? Fixing the ship, going to the outer space on your own, taking a teleporter to Aeon for maybe just for a weekend or something, coming back to see if Phoenix Lord is here still? I don't know.
I definitely think that Bjorn would try to coax everybody to go to that weapon shop first.
Easily enough.
See if there's
That-
anything that anybody.
Is anyone specifically looking for a type of item that is not sold out?
I'm not
Alcohol?
sure looking for something that's sold out or not, but Ronnie would definitely love to try and negotiate a new gun, a more powerful gun, even if he's got to like, I don't know, rig something up, or if there's something that can be bought. But
So, Ronnie, the reason why I wanted to take you there is there's a rapier there.
There's
ooh,
a flame tongue +4 long sword prominently displayed in the armed to the teeth shop. And yeah, there's a rapier here called the Forgotten Thorn. You can cast a Misty Step spell, able to take someone with you if they are willing. When you do so, an illusion of yourself lingers once you make an attack with this illusion by any means, your turn or via reaction. It disappears.
Yeah, like there's some pretty good weapons there.
The Magi's Dagger
That sounds
attunement. While wielding this dagger, cast counterspell once a day. Flail, Snail, Flail. It deals a d8 of bludgeoning and a d8 of either lightning or thunder, and it ignores resistances.
That's what
Wailing,
Bjorn wants to go back.
Wailing Pick, +2. Attunement Dagger. It's a d4 of necrotic and piercing. It has a 3,000 foot range to throw. Although temperamental, the spirit will return the dagger to the wielder. Not using the weapon seems to also have a response akin to annoyance.
Just let you know, Arthur is not with the group with the whole merchant with the whole weapons shopping. He's talking
3,000
to Malachi about
feet.
getting the
All of
super-
this stuff is expensive. Ask Carzer.
It sure is.
Pretty fucking expensive. But some of the shit's well worth it for, like, I definitely think some of it would be worth having for, like, Lunara or Ronnie.
And then, after
Well,
showing up multiple times, it seems that he then does have armor now. And, specifically, there is a little wizard man hanging around in the back. And if Bjorn is there, he's pointing at him.
Oh, Bjorn's there.
That's Tempe.
Bjorn's gonna ask that little.
Yeah, that's Tempe.
He
That's the
can
guy
turn-
you want to talk to.
Yep. And he's gonna have him try to make his flask an endless flask of wine.
All right, no problem. Before anything, Maine, are you there?
I'm still here.
Okay. What are your thoughts on all this? What are you thinking about doing? Do you need weapons?
About what exactly?
I don't know. Anything.
Orange will work anything that has a damage threshold and maybe some new armor so they don't work in their old rusty one. Although the Misty Step thing,
Well, hold
seems
on.
interesting.
You might have to fight Ronnie for that one, though. I don't know.
yeah, I do like the idea of the Misty Step rapier, but that one's called the Forgotten, right?
Forgotten Thorn. Yep.
Lunara did just give Ronnie a new blade, though.
Ronnie
That is-
could keep it.
Pretty cool.
Okay.
Ronnie could keep it. Range has Misty Step, but already, so some more magic won't hurt Ronnie.
Can Ronnie wield two rapiers at once?
No.
Is that
Unless
something
they both have the light
possible?
features.
No?
They must both have the
Because they
light
both
feature.
have it. Okay, because the Forgotten Kingsblade does have the light feature. It's
Mhm.
finesse, light, versatile.
Hmm.
What about the
Which one?
the Forgotten Spelling? Is it that one light and finesse?
That one is not.
That one's not.
No.
Okay.
It is
What
finesse.
about the dagger? Because that interested me.
Which dagger?
Okay,
You
so asking about, I
Mm.
wanted to ask about for recall. It's +2 means when a half plate, it's AC, it's 15. So in this case, a +2, it's 17, plus dex capped at max +2.
What are you talking about? Which one are you talking about? Main.
Spore recall. Spore recall.
Which one?
Spore recall.
Oh,
Spore recall.
the spore recall. Yeah. What about it?
So if it's +2 means that AC added is +2.
Yeah, it's +2 to its AC.
Okay, so it's 15 +2 plus dex till 2.
Yeah, it's a half plate. You get 2 to your dex, and then +2 anyways. It is a pretty powerful magical item.
Yeah, but let me check this something really quick.
Okay, Ronnie, which
Question
dagger you're
for you,
talking
Kevin.
about? Oh, hold on, Jeff. Ronnie, which dagger?
there was a dagger that you listed out of the weapons that the shopkeep had.
The pick?
I don't remember what it was called.
The
I
waiting
think
pick.
so. What did it do?
It is a 3,000 foot thrown range and 2d4 damage.
Does sound pretty damn cool, especially with that
Being able
range.
to
It looks like a reliquary. Just imagine Lord Voldemort.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Jeff, what'd you say? I didn't hear you before that statement.
I said being able to throw something 3,000 feet, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, stupid.
Does
Why would I ever do this?
does it
Ask away.
does the come back after you throw it?
I'm sure it does.
How much is it?
If you're asking this, there's a folk individual, blue and all. They have sort of these purple lightning bolts on them, a little bit. It's a bit of a hissing noise that they say, and they tell you, if you want that one, you could just have it. Sort of scratch themselves in their neck. No
Serious?
returns. Yeah.
Catch, is it like or something?
Yeah. How about a gold?
A gold?
Yep.
Sure. Here's
Here's
a
me right here.
Ronnie hands him a gold.
Yep. He hands you the dagger.
Ronnie will be a little bit suspicious of it. He's excited, but he's not gonna touch it direct like his hand. He'll just kind of maybe use like a gloved hand. Maybe I should check this thing out first. But I am gonna keep it.
Yeah, it works. It works.
I
Good.
have
Angie's gonna keep the spore recall.
You're gonna buy the spore recall. You go to one of the items that are prominently staged near the counter. You point at it and maybe ask about it. This lizard folk individual, after having taken the gold, pockets it, gives a grin that is unbecoming the lizard folk, and then turns to Ang, sort of correcting themselves to be a businessman again. And they say, yeah, that one, that one's, let's see, with a discount for, because of that, and then, okay, 38,000 gold.
How much?
38,000 gold. It's a 45 discounted because of the day, the happy Savior Day, you know. I don't. Yeah.
Ange looks at him with a confused look. So does that guy try to enjoy? It's really that expensive.
Yeah, that's how much it costs me to order it, and then also still make some profit.
Perception check.
Of course we do. Do you write them a check for 38,000 gold?
Oh no, she said perception check.
Oh, perception check? Oh, I heard. Do you take a check? What are you perceiving? What are you trying to perceive? What are you trying to figure out?
Tries to figure out if it's a scam or the item is really as good as he says it is.
No, they're not lying.
For its price.
Yep. That's the prices here. Carzer, having been an earshot away, he knows he paid just under 20k for an item. I think.
Platinum Psi.
Yeah. It was just over 10k, I think, right?
It's 15.
It's expensive. But they look good in his hands. I mean, his things are platinum.
Ask him how much
Yeah, that one. I gotta look at it. He's gonna say that one with the discount. I'll give it to you for 16,000. You guys are. What are you guys?
Bjorn is yet to write a check.
You haven't written one, but Carzer is amongst your company. And this individual feels very comfortable telling you the prices easily enough. Usually he has a bit of a talk with the customer before much. But at this point, he's very casual with all of you, sort of leaning on the items you're asking for, letting you hold and use them. Feels comfortable, feels good. Even the armor on you, Ang, there's this sort of connection you feel to it as you have it embrace you. It's very attuned to nature.
So how much it's you said it's 16 for the flail snail.
16,000 if you want the flail snail, yes.
And then how much is it for the bottomless cask?
That's in Picoliota, and that's a conversation that we have in a minute.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But
Bjorn's gonna kind of look at Carzer and ask, like, hand him the weapon and be like, "You think it's worth 16,000?"
I try to get her down to 12. But I paid a little over 15,000 for my pair of Sci here. And look how nice they are. You think it's equivalent?
Bjorn will... Fuck!
massive
Yeah,
flail,
Bjorn.
this almost hybridized both bionic and metallurgy. There's a bit of a squelching noise as it is flung left and right just by pure pendulum effect. And
How does
you know it
feel in Bjorn's
ignores
hand?
resistances.
Is it as comfortable as his axe?
Not as
Way
comfortable.
more so. Yeah.
It's good though. Might be good after you've worn it down just a bit at the handle.
Bjorn will write him a check for 16,000.
Mark it off. Thank you very much.
On.
Maine.
Yeah.
I'm a hungry gold dragon. Are you buying stuff from me?
I saw Inch kind of lost his flame tongue. Did anyone call dibs on the flame tongue
It's still
and the
hanging
longsword?
up on the chains right in the middle of the shop, almost prominent when you enter.
Okay, so Angel's gonna ask about it. Kind
They
of small talk with the shopkeeper.
they look to you, sort of their eyes brighten up, and they say, that one, very, very hard to find. Not sure if you like what I'll say, but with the discount, it's at 29,000 gold. He's sort of giving you these
How much?
gritted teeth after he says 29,000 gold. You guys didn't even go across the street yet to the
99.
digital objects.
Why am I hearing ominous music right now?
That's because I'm playing ominous
Oh,
music.
shit. Okay.
This is not ominous shopping session. Lunara, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay. Do you need to shop for anything or do something?
I mean, I don't really know if any of these weapons or anything will work for me.
You can ask me.
So,
Which one you're looking for? Which one you're looking at?
I don't really get into melee combat. So I don't really think I can wear armor because of how my stuff is set up.
What
Do you use
about
bows, Lunara?
I have a
They do have
bow.
a nice bow.
I was about to say, there's a very... Last time Bjorn went in, there was a very nice bow hanging up.
the bow? The only bow they have.
You said it was encased in vines and they were moving around.
Yeah, that one's just a critical hit bow. It crits on 19s and 20s. The hungry bow and the hungry dagger both do that. But what else do you guys do? This is your game. We could hang out and talk about our feelings if we want, or fight a
Arthur
Phoenix Lord,
is head.
or take a portal as suggested by either Bjorn or Arthur or both, to go to Aeon immediately, or simply go the regular route and fix your ship and then do whatever you want with it.
How about we do something?
Arthur's saying to Malachi to discuss how we're gonna fix this rust bucket.
Are we taking that route where
I
we're
believe
just
I can also be of service there, so Carzer will go with him.
yeah? Is that what we're doing? We're gonna prepare to get the ship ready so we could go to Aeon.
I was waiting for them to get started on the repairs, get them paid for the repairs. That way we can teleport to wherever that plan was.
Oh,
That
Arthur
way
wants
we're-
to have repairs. I remember you and I talked about that last session. About wanting to repair
Yeah.
the ship.
What I'm saying is, I can have them get started on the project, and then by the time we teleport back, it should be done,
Okay.
or at least half
Okay.
done.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're basically gonna do a time skip on the repair stuff, especially if you guys are gonna use a teleporter, because you'll be busy off doing teleporter stuff while it's getting repaired. That would only lead 2 holes that I need filled. I need someone who's gonna stay behind. Ronnie, do me a favor and mute, please.
Alright.
I need someone to be assigned that is going to hang around the Project 23 part, the Savior, in order for the funds that Dito Udum has allocated for repairs to be done. This way, you guys don't have to think about it. I assign a random number. You guys keep the rest to do whatever team stuff you guys need, whatever that looks like. Who do you want to assign? I
We
assume
do just
Mean-
Princess Malachi, but you could,
Malachi.
yeah. Is that what everybody wants? We're all good on Princess Malachite.
I mean, second to us, she is pretty much in charge if we aren't around.
Any other ideas in that or rebuttals? Listen, is just your mansion, your traveling mansion, and the $1 million that go to repairs on the line here?
Oh, it's millions of gold.
Well, no, actually, it's 100,000.
I would still say that Princess Malachite would be our best bet. She's been the one that's, when we're not around, she's been kind of taking care of shit.
Easily done, then. If no one says otherwise.
But I want it to be kind of a group, you know, make sure everybody in the group's okay with that.
Okay.
Anyone agree? Say aye. Aye.
Main.
Well, I don't see any reason why not.
Aye.
Lunara.
That's fine.
Okay. So with Princess Malachi taking care of that, you guys can move on and go ahead and do your own stuff. As in, where do you guys want to go? You guys want to... Let's see.
I wanted to see if there are like any other shops I could check out that might have more useful items for me.
What are you
Like
looking for
potions.
exactly? What do you seek?
Well, like I said, I don't really do a whole lot of like close combat,
Mhm.
and I can't wear any of the armor without
Yeah.
totally jacking up my stats and
Yeah, you're breaking up a lot.
my AC workers. Okay, can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out maybe like like potions or some sort of like magical items that would be more helpful.
Yeah, which potions were you seeking for? You could pretty much find everything under the sun in Imali, to be honest with you. Might be exuberant prices, but they have them.
don't even know. I'll deal with it later. It's fine.
Okay, you let me know, and I could always do that outside of this. But so if the repairs are being done and you guys aren't going to spearhead that at all, that's going to be taken care of in the background. The only thing I guess I'm asking for, what's the path that you guys want to do? So are we going to hang on
Find
here?
the Emperor, dickhead.
I'm sorry?
Find the Emperor.
Okay, so you want to go to the Emperor Alum and take his portal to wherever you want, or wherever he has available. A and does being an option.
Yeah. But I need to know how much that cask is going to cost.
Yes, Tempe Coliota, and you have a very close conversation. This individual, he's very large in size. He's not tall, he's just wide. And it doesn't take you long to recognize that every single bit of them in some way, shape, or form has been either shifted magically or cybernetically. He informs you it'll take maybe a couple days for me to get something of the like done. The unfortunate circumstances, I wouldn't be able to create it in such a massive size without burning through much material. It wouldn't be worth the cost, is what I am trying to tell you. But for a meager 300 gold, I'd be able to accomplish the same thing in but a smaller size. Much limiting for you, I understand, but maybe I could make I'll try to expand it as much as I can.
As long as it is endless, size is not an issue.
Endless it will be unless someone casts a magical dispel. But it should work.
And Bjorn, out of his personal, not the fucking checks, will get 300.
He smiles to you and says, I do not wish for you to pay, my friend. I prefer trinkets. I prefer maybe knowledge. I prefer something others haven't set their eyes upon. You bring me this, and I think it'll be considered even trade. When I'm finished, though, of course. What say you?
So he wants a trinket or something that people haven't laid their eyes on.
Sure. He leaves it up to you. Something good to trade. But he will get it done, but he will need the cask to at least take some of the liquid for him. Or you could give him about half of that amount in a different thing, but it's up to you.
He'll pour out some of his cask.
Okay.
Oh, that was hard to say.
He'll take it to he'll put it in a bucket, and then he puts it to the side.
He'll just pour it into his water skin and hand him his water skin.
No, he has his own bucket. He's gonna use that same bucket for like, the stuff. He's already prepared. Either way, that's taken care of. He doesn't take your money as of yet. But so what happens now? Do Arthur and Bjorn lead the group to Emperor Alum's stores or offices, I guess they'd be?
Yeah. Arthur is going alone. Just that way he doesn't deal with Bjorn's anger thing or Ronnie's disrespectful attitude.
What do you mean?
We all have to
alone?
get there together.
Yeah.